A low-risk adjunct treatment for depression, according to science. This video presents statistics about depression and research suggesting homeopathy as a low-risk adjunct treatment for depression. Depression is one of the most critical problems of public health, with a lifetime incidence of 20 to 35% and important costs for the individual and for society. It is the leading cause of disability in the United States among people ages 15 to 44. It is the top risk factor for suicide. Many who suffer from depression do not get treated. Of adults with a major depressive episode in 2016, 50% chose medication and 37% received no treatment at all. Of adolescents with a major depressive episode in 2016, 21% chose medication and 60% received no treatment at all. Of those who are taking medications, 10 to 30% do not improve or show a partial response. And it has been over 50 years since pharmacological treatment for major depressive disorder began. Is there anything new on the horizon? Despite the lack of funding, research in homeopathy and homeopathic treatment of depression in particular is increasing. In 2011, a peer-reviewed, double-blind, randomized study called the Homeopathic Individualized Q Potencies versus Fluoxetine for Moderate to Severe Depression was published. Its results suggested a trend toward greater interruption for adverse events for the fluoxetine group, effects for the fluoxetine group, than the group that received individualized homeopathic treatment. A systematic review of randomized placebo-controlled studies of homeopathic treatment in psychiatry was published in the Journal of Clinical Psychiatry in 2011. It concluded that the first findings suggested tolerability of homeopathy. It also stated that while the database on studies of homeopathy and placebo in psychiatry is very limited, the results do not preclude the possibility of some benefit. In 2017, a multiple cohort randomized control trial about depressed patients treated by homeopaths was published. It concluded that homeopathy provided preliminary support for both the acceptability and the effectiveness of treatment by a homeopath for patients with self-reported depression, and that their results provided support for further pragmatic research to provide more precise estimates of treatment effect. Also in 2017, a qualitative interview study published about depressed patients' experiences with and perspectives of treatment provided by homeopaths. Most of those interviewed were uncertain about how the treatment worked, but described improvements in their mental and general state of health. Given the low risk involved with homeopathic treatment, clinicians and healthcare providers could consider recommending treatment by homeopaths as an adjunct to usual care, in particular for depressed patients who do not respond well to antidepressant medications or talking therapies. Here is a page of references. This video was based on an article that was originally published on Your Tango. And here's a question. Given the fact that countless dollars have been spent on research and marketing of pharmacological antidepressant medications over the past 50 years, given the proven risks of antidepressant medications, given the fact that only around 50% of people take them, given the fact that of those 50%, 10 to 30% of them do not benefit from them, and that 10 to 30% of the population suffers from depression at some point in their lives, given the fact that depression is a major social and healthcare problem, and that homeopathy is internationally recognized for its longevity, safety, and economic value, given the fact that there is growing evidence that homeopathy is a low-risk adjunct for depression therapy, are you in favor of further research in homeopathy for treatment of depression? Thank you.